now to deal, first of all, with the question of the alleged payment, 1 million.
Well, I have not been paid any money.
You have not been paid any money?
Not.
What discussions have you had with GMPC regarding this matter?
Well, I think that it's been well known by people in GMPC, including people in GMPC in 2001 and people in GMPC throughout so many years, that I ended my service in GMPC in 2001 after a period of leave, which I took following an announcement that was made in December about me being moved to the ministry as an advisor.
You had been removed from GMPC by the Rawlings administration, is that a fact?
Yes, an announcement had been made to that effect. I did not receive any letter to that effect, I have to say. Even as at the time that I'm talking about, I did not receive any communication myself to that effect. But it had been announced that I was being moved from being chief executive of GMPC to being an advisor at the ministry.
Strictly speaking, should that be interpreted to mean a dismissal from office as chief executive of GMPC?
Well, I think that is the allegation that you had repeated in front of you. Since I have not received a letter of dismissal, I cannot interpret that as a dismissal. And if anybody, and that's what I'm saying to you, if you are interviewing somebody who says that I was dismissed and so on and so forth, I think you ought to ask the person what proof there is of this dismissal. If there is an announcement which says that I'm being asked to move to be an advisor in the ministry as against being chief executive of GMPC, of course the appointing authority is able to make that kind of determination.
Yeah, but strictly your job with GMPC had terminated as a result of that movement.
That's what I'm saying to you. I did not receive a letter that indicated that my job with GMPC had terminated, even though there was an announcement made to that effect. I did not receive a letter to that effect.
Okay, so let me clarify something. Were you still being paid by GMPC, given that you had been moved, in your words?
That is what I'm saying to you. I took my leave. I had outstanding leave, a number of months of outstanding leave. So I took my leave whilst waiting to receive whatever communication that was going to come to me officially. I took my leave. I wrote handing over notes to the successor who had been indicated in an announcement, but I took it that I would receive the appropriate communication. As I said, I had outstanding leave, and I took that outstanding leave. So, of course, I was due my pay during the time that I was on leave. That's quite obvious. But the reality is that that was not even paid. And I can understand that the circumstances of the time that we're talking about were such that I was not paid. That this was a time when, under a new government, attacks and allegations against me. And in that context, of course, it would not make sense for me to claim that I was going to serve a certain role. In any case, there was a period of leave that I had, which I took. And that period of leave did not end till probably about September of 2001.
Okay, so